What up, y'all? It is your boy Darius, and I'm back, y'all. So we have a video we're gonna react to, y'all. Shout out to MusicVibe, man. He's one of the best, man. I love his videos, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, my man. You are the best, man. So this one says Dre versus Kendrick on what happened at the Not Like Us. Cause this beat, I don't see these two ever squashing it though, man. I don't see these ever squashing it. Cause Dre's been struggling ever since this beef happens. After the battle happens though. He can't get like a hit, nothing. Everybody turned their backs on him. Now, I don't know, man. I think Drake can come back, but we'll see how we see though. So let's check this out. See what you say this. Let's get y'all.
Intact, mind, body, and soul, in case you were wondering, right?
Mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul. You need facts to take me out. Fairy tales won't do it. Cheers to everybody.
Words live by.
Let's discuss what happened after Kendrick Lamar put out Not Like Us. Because after all, his beef with Drake did not end after this track. The rappers continue to diss one another to this day, which is precisely what we will be talking about right now. You're with the MusicVibe channel. Let's go.
Let's do it.
You know that in Not Like Us, Kendrick claims that Drake likes underage girls. In response to these accusations, Drake released The Heart Part 6. When he posted saying that the track is published, he addressed his enemy. The Heart Part 6 out now, and we know you're dropping 6 minutes after, so instead of posting my address, you have a lot to address. The name of the track is a troll against Kendrick, whom, for the entirety of his career, has had a series called The Heart. This series, The Heart, exhibits the rawest and most unfiltered Kendrick, one who talks about everything he's feeling at each stage of his career. On the cover, we see a comment from Lamar's friend and longtime business partner, Dave Free. The comment was left under a post by Kendrick's baby mama, Whitney Alfred. In a diss track, Family Matters, Drake said that one of Kendrick Lamar's two children's biological father may actually be Dave.
Here's why you can't manage your time. See, you might be experiencing something called chronic time blindness. It's when you're...
I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free.
In his The Heart Part 6, Drake claims that if he would have really been a file, he would have been arrested long ago.
If I was young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for this you just suggested.
And he says that he no longer wants to partake in this beef. This drop from Drake was not appreciated by the public, judging by the large number of dislikes. Against the background of all of these accusations about Drake's love for minors, a video that was taken back in 2010 went viral, in which he was kissing a 17-year-old fan called Tia Owens, at a time when the rapper was 23. The concert took place in Colorado, and the state law declares 17 as the legal age.
That's my hometown.
In the eyes of federal law, however, it would still be illegal since it deems 18 as the legal age of consent. Owens said she's now 31 and there was nothing back then nor anything now. She urged everyone to stop reposting the video. To be precise, this is exactly what she said. I was 17 back then and I'm 31 now. This was a concert that my dad took me to back in high school. Drake's entourage actually picked me out of the crowd of people, not Drake himself. It was nothing then and still nothing now. May 7th, some news popped up. Firstly, Drake's OVO store in London has been vandalized. Someone spray painted "They Not Like Us" on the front window.
Jeez.
Secondly, Not Like Us breaks the all-time record for most single-day streams of a hip-hop song in U.S. Spotify history, surpassing Drake and Lil Baby's Girl Want Girls, which got 6.593 million streams. But what's most interesting is that, on that day, police had Drake's front door taped off. Drake's security guard was listed as the victim of the shooting as property.
Source has told CBC News the person that was shot was a security guard, and that police were told that that person was unconscious and had received a gunshot wound to the upper chest.
TMZ reports that the perpetrator tried to gain access to Drake's Toronto mansion and got into a scuffle with his security before being taken into custody by the police. There's no word on whether Drake was at home during this incident or not.
Ooh.
The next day, Kendrick simultaneously charted 4 songs in the top 10 on US Spotify, the most of any artist. In first place, it was, of course, Not Like Us. In second place, Euphoria. In 7th place, Like That. And in 9th place, Meet the Grams. In turn, Drake posted pictures on social media. And also, at the end of May, producer Gordo published a joint photo with Drake and captioned it saying, "You guys ready for 2024? June 5th, Kendrick Lamar announced his Los Angeles show, The Pop Out Ken and Friends, that is to take place on Juneteenth. June 11th, on Bootleg Kev YouTube channel, a podcast was released with Jason Martin, who recounted that Kendrick waited for Drake to put out Family Matters so that he could immediately release a response.
They dropped Family Matters, and I text him, I'm like, this ain't it. He's like,
at all.
I'm like, this ain't gonna get it. I was like, man, it's time to step on his head. He was like, say less. I'm thinking we just text. It ain't nothing deep like that.
Right.
I go to the bathroom. I come back. The motherfucking song is uploaded. I said, wait. I text him like, nigga, you already. He's like, man, I've been waiting for this nigga to drop something. So he didn't even know what he was going against. Man, Drake shot a video and all this. Man,
Went and got a fucking Dodge Caravan.
Boom.
June 16th, Drake posted a picture with his dad and son Adonis. This picture sparked a strong reaction on the internet because in Meet the Grams, Kendrick addressed the members of Drake's family. So, on the same Instagram post, you can find comments that sound like this. Everything he does is funny now. Or, Kendrick bullied Drake and Dennis into being better fathers. 2 days later, academics had an individual on his stream who claims he was paid off by Kendrick's team to increase his streams by 30 million. How much was this man paid for all of this? $2,500 apparently. Soon after making his allegations, fans asked for proof. They subsequently got it in the form of a Zelle transaction screenshot in which the man received $2,500 from Anthony Soleil LLC. For those who may not know, Soleil is Kendrick's manager.
I'm not of age. I'm young. I'm underage. I can't do certain things. I'm scared of people. Bro, I do online. I'm not a shooter. I'm not a hitter. I got reached out to by people. I did this, and this is what happened.
However, according to XXL and some internet sleuths, this screenshot could very well be a fake. As XXL and some commenters noted, Anthony Soleil LLC is not a real registered LLC in any of America's 50 states. Although it could be an unregistered LLC that sent the payment, there are still plenty of holes that can be poked in the story. For instance, $2,500 seems low for what is being asked.
Yeah.
June 19th, a historic event took place on that very same show of The Pop Out, Ken and Friends, where not only Kendrick performed, but also Roddy Ricch, Tyler the Creator, and many others. I also want to point out that the show was also attended by Whitney. Kendrick started his performance with Euphoria. It's worth noting that during the time of the performance of this diss track, he requested of Drake to return Pac's ring, and then he would receive an ounce of respect. These lines are not featured in the original.
Give me Tupac, read back, and I might give you a little respect.
It's also worth highlighting his appearance, which he used to, in this way, pay homage to Tupac. From K-Dot's diss track.
Yeah, because Kendrick got a lot of respect for Tupac. I know he says it's envy that he was influenced by Pac. So shout out, yeah, because when Dre did that Telemade freestyle, used the Tupac AI, that was kind of corny and disrespectful to use. That's you know that Drake lost. It's like, come on, man, you could have come with something better though. That's like Kendrick doing the AI Biggie, and people would clown Kendrick, say you disrespecting Biggie's legacy, all that. Yeah, so that was kind of corny on Drake's part. So yeah, because Kendrick got a lot of respect for Tupac though.
He also performed Like That, 616 in LA, and of course, Not Like Us, a whole 6 times. In turn, the next day, Drake posted this picture and captured it saying, Summer League. This is most likely to show that he's not bothered by what happened the previous day. June 22nd, Drake wished Chubbs a happy birthday. More life, Capo. Plenty love in the family to go around, and just wait till that other comes back around. Chubbs, better known as Capo, is Drake's longtime personal bodyguard turned friend, who he has rapped about in many of his songs throughout the years. Kendrick talked about him in Euphoria, more specifically saying, "You gonna make a guy bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something." June 22nd, shots from the filming of the Not Like Us music video started showing up. July 1st, Rick Ross played this banger in Canada in a town in Vancouver, over which an altercation took place. One of the attackers yelled out something like, "You in our city, what the fuck is up?" Drake liked to post with the caption, "Rick Ross met the BC Demons at his show tonight. He shouldn't have played Kendrick Lamar's hit record." That very same day, Drake was celebrating Canada Day.
Cheers to the whole country.
While on the 4th of July, on the US's famous Independence Day, Kendrick published the music video for Not Like Us. The most memorable segment of this video is the unexpected appearance of Whitney.
The family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
This is the Premium Garmin Duffel 45 liter by Half Day. It's a transforming 2-in-1 travel duffel bag for long weekends.
I would also like to notice that in the credits, we see the words directed by Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar. This is Lamar's response to all of Drake's statements. A couple of days later, NBA star DeMar DeRozan says he still considers Drake a friend, even despite the fact that he appeared in this music video.
It's cool to see you in that video. How did that come about, and does that mean they can't play Drake in this building anymore?
I mean, you love Drake. You love Drake. You always could play him, you know.
July 13th, Drake posted a photo of him wearing a t-shirt that says, "Rap is joke." And while rap is a joke for Drake, Not Like Us made a comeback to the Billboard Hot 100 to number 1 thanks to the release of the music video.
Yeah.
July 17th, Kendrick's old friend Schoolboy Q had his concert in Canada canceled. He wrote, "They just canceled my show in Toronto. Canadian police don't want nobody from TDE performing." Top was just with Wayne and Baby, SMH, Party Next Door, just had a show at the Palladium. If we wanted to get y'all, we would have just did it. Now, when somebody get hurt, don't cry. And 2 days later, Drake hung out with 50 Cent. Later in an interview, he revealed the advice he gave Drizzy after the dust settled, reassuring him that he didn't lose like the general public is insisting. "I was telling him, it's not him. I'm listening to the outskirts. It's not you. Don't let yourself think that for a second. On some real I said, they said you lost. Okay, well, what did you lose? What exactly did he lose if he got 300-something million on his last tour? You didn't lose a thing, man." Drake now posts pictures and t-shirts depicting Tupac, which of course, once again garnered a stormy reaction in the comments. August 28th, Drake posted footage working on unreleased Kendrick Lamar collaboration to 100 Gigs website. He uploaded footage of him and Noah 40 Shabib working on an unreleased collaboration. In the video, the duo is in the studio listening to a beat that Drizzy called crazy. And he enthusiastically says that Kendrick is going to murder this beat. As you've already understood, the track never came out, and the beat ended up going to Action Bronson.
Crazy. I can't, and it's like
just enough every time.
For him where he's at, that's like I know he's gonna murder them.
I know he is. Yo, can you grab that for me, Hasha?
Oh, but when he told me Kendrick, it just made so much sense. Oh, what was this brilliance? Oh.
And 3 days later, a mini release was put out called 100 Gigs, which features a song called Circadian Rhythm. And what's interesting is that this very phrase is not used in the song itself. There's a widespread opinion online that states that this is a reference to the 616 in LA diss track, in which Kendrick raps the following.
Type of power his gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star.
There are specific lines littered throughout, though, that seem specifically aimed at K-Dot. For example, in Euphoria, Kendrick said,
I don't want to talk on no silly. You know I got language barriers.
And Drake responded,
Niggas don't speak my language.
The rapper subtitled Circadian Rhythm as The Language 2. This is obviously in reference to his 2013 song, The Language. The connection is noteworthy because the original song is believed to be Drake's response to Kendrick Lamar after the latter dropped the Control verse.
Drake, Big Sean, J Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
Any nigga that's talking that shit just to get a reaction.
In Meet the Grams, Kendrick addresses Drake's parents, saying they raised a terrible person who has many addictions. In Blue, Green, Red, Drake made a reference to this diss. He rapped the following. Please write my mother and tell her the shape that I'm in.
30 days I have been sober. Now I'm back drinking again.
And in the second verse, we hear the following lines: "Please write my father and tell him I found some fortune and fame. They're going to try and behead me and speak on the family name." September 8, Kendrick Lamar announced that he will be performing in New Orleans at the Super Bowl halftime show, which is set to take place on the 9th of February 2025. In his statement, he even made a cheeky and downright dismissive reference to his victory in the Drake battle.
How many hours do you work out to look like that?
I don't work out.
Yeah, so how often do you meet with a dietitian?
Never.
You know, it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos.
October 7th, Drake spoke out on how sometimes ride or dies aren't what they seem.
My real friends are definitely in the building. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to come to a point in life where people you thought were friends or people you thought were close to you, they might switch up. They might try and move funny with you. They might stab you in the back. They might do a lot of things to you. You'll come to that realization. Wherever you're at in life, you've probably been there and you'll be there again. That's how life is. But look, sometimes it's you and you alone by yourself. Sometimes it's you alone with your thoughts. Sometimes, you know what? Play this song, don't.
On October 21st, K-Dot covered the Harper's Bazaar 2024 November Voices issue, which had him in a conversation with his former Top Dog Entertainment teammate SZA. He defined what the phrase "not like us" means to him culturally, and it's much bigger than anything OVO related. I quote, "Not like us? Not like us is the energy of who I am, the type of man I represent. Now, if you identify with the man that I represent, this man has morals, he has values, he believes in something, he stands on something. He's not pandering. He's a man who can recognize his mistakes and not be afraid to share the mistakes, and can dig deep down into fear-based ideologies or experiences to be able to express them without feeling like he's less of a man. If I'm thinking of not like us, I'm thinking of me and whoever identifies with that." I don't think you forgot DeMar DeRozan's words about that, regardless of the fact that he's been on the Not Like Us music video. He nevertheless likes Drake. As it turns out, Drake doesn't feel the same way towards him. Generally speaking, when DeRozan returned to Toronto as a Sacramento Kings player on the night of Vince Carter's jersey retirement, Drake made a playful comment on the Toronto broadcast, saying,
Yes, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. That's the answer to your question. Is that what you're going to ask? No. Oh.
After the game, DeRozan was asked what he thinks about that.
Well, he gonna have a long way to climb to take it down. So tell him good luck.
Further, pay attention to how intently Drizzy and Chubbs were watching the player. It's interesting to think of what DeMar felt at that time. November 22nd, Kendrick Lamar released his long-awaited new album, GNX. In Whacked Out Murals, K-Dot says that if he had reached out to Drake during or after their beef to apologize, he would have seen himself as cowardly or dishonest for not standing by his words. Which is why Kendrick won't piece it up with Drake.
Yeah.
Never piece it up. That don't sit well with me. Before I take a truce, I'll take them to hell with me.
Heart Part 6 also features on the album. Even the fact that Drake had previously used that name didn't stop Kendrick. After the release of the album, Drake announced an Australia tour. And when does it begin? On the 9th of February. And what falls on the 9th of that month? That's right, Kendrick's performance at the Super Bowl. November 24th, Drake visited Canadian streamer XQC, in which he said what we started this video with.
I'm here, as you can see, fully intact. Mind, body, and soul, in case you were wondering. Right?
Mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul. You need facts to take me out. Fairy tales won't do it. Cheers to everybody.
I'm sorry, Dre. You didn't have facts either, so what are you talking about? You bowed out after you dropped, I think it was Family Matters, what it was, saying that you was him with facts, Kendrick making lies, man. So you didn't have no proofs either, so I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not saying that Kendrick said about Drake that was facts, because none of them, these two had facts either. They was just make-believes. So, yeah, I mean, who you think was telling facts between these two, Kendrick or Drake? Let me know in the comments, guys.
Kendrick reacted to the stream in a text exchange with his friend Relly, who posted screenshots of the conversation on his Instagram stories. In the messages, Relly says to Kendrick, "You done turned blood into a streamer on Phillies." To which the rapper replies with several laughing face emojis of his own. Relly then says, "That's a damn shame," prompting Kendrick to ask, "He trippin'?" However, after this stream, Drake did something that no one expected. The next day, Drake took his feud with Lamar into legal territory. Drake's company, Frozen Moments, filed a pre-action petition in a New York court against Universal Music Group, the record company that owns Lamar's label Interscope, and Drake's label Republic Records, as well as the streaming giant Spotify. The petition accuses both UMG and Spotify of using illicit methods, such as bots and payola, otherwise known as pay for play, to inflate streams of Lamar's #1 hit, Not Like Us. The filing also claims that Not Like Us caused Drake to suffer economic harm. Just a few hours after the filing made headlines, Billboard unearthed another action filed by Drake's company in Texas court. The second petition, also filed on Monday, claims that UMG funneled payments to the radio conglomerate iHeartRadio in order to boost spins of Not Like Us. Drake's lawyers also allege that UMG could have blocked Not Like Us from being released because it attacked the character of another one of UMG's most prominent artists, Drake, by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender, engaging in pedophilic acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other criminal sexual acts. A spokesperson for UMG spoke out about these allegations. The suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans chose the music they want to hear. December 3rd, Kendrick announced a joint tour with SZA, which will begin on April 19, 2025. And it's worth noting that one of those concerts will take place in Toronto, Drake's hometown. Fans have already started joking about this.
Yeah.
Drake, I don't want you to book Kendrick in Toronto. Rogers Center.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
Drake will be at the Toronto show like this. Drake at the Rogers Center, while Kendrick and SZA performing. And the last thing for today. As you know, there are a lot of memes from the song TV Off, where Kendrick screams the beatmaker's name, Mustard, like crazy. Drake went on the Los Pollos stream and wrote in the chat, Custard! And he also said, we need a donut emoji in the chat. Custard! The next video that I strongly recommend you watch is the documentary film about Kendrick Lamar, which we...
Ooh, yeah, man. So, yeah, when I saw that, because I thought, okay, is Drake suing Kendrick? If he is, this is like a punt bitch move on Drake's part, but he's not. But he's suing the music company. So, I don't see these two ever squashing it, man. I don't see it. Because most people compare this to the Jay-Z and Nas situation, but I can't see it, though. I mean, I could be wrong, though, but I can't see it, though, man. Because I know people saying, oh, Kendrick's going at Drake because he's trying to be relevant again. Like, Kendrick was been relevant. Like, this battle has been brewing for years. Ever since the Control verse. They've been taking some balloon shots at each other. So, that's how we be working on the Drake versus Kendrick, who won this battle episode. I haven't done it yet because I want to wait till this battle officially done over. Because I don't see these two ever squashing it. I just can't see it. So, I'll keep my eyes out, see if anything happens, though. So, that's it video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.